Thank you. Some breaking news to get to right now. Mayor Lightfoot holding a press conference on the 1-year anniversary of the coronavirus pandemic here in Chicago.
Let's listen in.
Quickly. Almost overnight, schools, businesses, bars, restaurants, parks, and houses of worship were closed. Flights were grounded. Chicagoans were asked to shelter in place and ended up losing their lives, their livelihoods, their well-being, their emotional and mental health, their families and their safety, and in some cases, their faith and our mutual community bonds. But as horrific as this virus spread through our neighborhoods, our city oddly, eerily, fell silent. Silent enough that we could all hear the sirens wailing as ambulances raced from homes to hospitals, carrying our neighbors who had fallen ill. You know this. You live this. But I think it's important to acknowledge it nonetheless. We had far too many dark days and long nights. Over the past year, 5,000 Chicagoans have died from COVID. I pray that the good Lord welcomes these souls home and watches over their families and loved ones left behind. I ask you to join me in a moment of silence to honor their lives and what we as a city have lost. On behalf of all of us, I want to offer my sincerest condolences to their families. I also want to acknowledge the losses of a different kind. The losses of a job, the loss of a business, the loss of health, the loss of control, and the loss of normalcy. Some of my hardest moments as mayor have been making decisions that I knew would harm a business or cause someone to lose their job, or seeing firsthand the tremendous burdens that people are carrying without any relief. Around Easter last year, a friend of ours, who was a nurse at a local hospital, sent around a video in which she expressed her rawest emotions about what it was like to care for the severely sick and dying day after day. Amy and I watched that video, and when it was over, we both just wept. This has been a year of loss, a year of pain. But through that shroud of pain and grief, Chicago has continued to be the resilient city that we have always been. Tested, to be sure, but made stronger and never broken, and tougher than ever before. We've adapted, we've endured, and now, my friends, it's time to rise again. Because we kept our distance from family and friends, no matter how much we miss them. Because we put off weddings, graduations, family reunions, vacations, concerts, and sporting events. Because we put on masks, making the decision every time we do so to sacrifice comfort and convenience to protect ourselves and others. Because we innovated, turned learning remote, telecommuted, picked up curbside, and so many individual innovations. Because we did these things, we can now see light through the darkness of this long year. This commitment to each other, to each other's well-being, where we fed the hungry, housed the homeless, gave comfort to our seniors, worked with organized labor to make sure that workers were protected, and so many other ways in which we manifested a collective good through personal sacrifice and concern for each other, that we have accomplished is a real, tangible thing. And I am proud to be your mayor and to be able to see all of those things and feel this wave across the whole of this great city. When I was growing up, my parents didn't have a lot, but they had their dignity and their dreams, and they had their faith, a faith in the truth, a faith in each other, and a faith in the power of community. And the greatest gift they gave me was that faith in the future. And I have seen it in our city over and over, even on the darkest days. We are full of generous, resilient, courageous people. Healthcare workers pulling shift after shift, working around the clock to save lives. Teachers stepping up to keep kids from falling behind. Mom and dads doing their best to balance a job, raise a kid, and keep a community safe. Our first responders who were second to none. Workers in government and the nonprofit sector who have gone above and beyond to serve our city. Senior care workers to truck drivers and grocery store staff are everyday heroes. And a year where we've all needed a shoulder to lean on, Chicago has once again proven itself to be the city of big shoulders. And one shoulder that I have leaned on again and again is Dr. Allison Arwady, our great public health commissioner. Let me take a moment to thank Dr. Arwady and her courageous, heroic team at the Chicago Department of Public Health. Allison, you held our hands. You gave it to us straight, but always with humility and humanity that calmed our deepest fears. Thank you ever so much for what you have done, what you are doing, and what you will continue to do to keep all of us safe. But while this crisis has shown how great and generous individual Chicagoans can be, it has also shown the depths of the racial and gender inequities that have plagued our city well before 1 year ago today. This pandemic has not only laid bare these inequities for all to see, it has widened them in ways that threaten our future, our economic and social health as a city. Now, make no mistake, systemic racism, deep intergenerational poverty, gender inequity, and citywide income inequality is a threat to us all. Because while every Chicagoan has lost something, we have very stark evidence that Black and Latinx Chicagoans have experienced higher rates of job loss, higher rates of infection, and higher rates of death during this crisis. In our city and across the U.S., millions of American women have been pushed out of the workforce, and working families have been forced to the brink of economic ruin. Words alone, whether of sympathy for the grieving or of gratitude for our heroes, will not address these inequities or improve the quality of life for Chicagoans. Hopes and prayers are simply not enough. We learned quickly that the way to honor the sacrifices of this past year and to right the wrongs of many years, we needed to act with more than words alone. We needed real, concrete actions. Now, over the course of this brutal last year, as a city government, we did not stand idly by and watch this virus wreak havoc on our residents. Our response to this virus has been bold and comprehensive to meet the needs that we saw and heard from you. We led with equity to make sure that our healthcare system did not buckle. Our healthcare workers and first responders were supported, and we immediately worked to provide extra supports for our most vulnerable residents, including our seniors, our homeless, and our children. We created the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team to address the horrific number of Black folks dying from COVID, and expanded our sites to address the disproportionate impacts of the virus on the Latinx communities. We came to tables already set by community leaders with a humble heart, a listening ear, and a determination to make lasting change in shameful healthcare and life expectancy gaps that left Black and brown folks and the poor more susceptible to sickness and death. And we continued our support of our youth. With the help of the Crown family and others, we created Chicago Connected to ensure that our CPS kids and their families had access to free Wi-Fi and broadband so that remote learning was actually possible for them. And unlike other cities which had no summer jobs program, we persevered and still employed thousands of young people. This employment included the creation of the first ever Chicago Youth Services Corps, which offered young people opportunities to serve their communities in this time of need. We worked tirelessly, often through very long hours, 7 days a week, back to back to back, to make sure that our residents, that you felt the touch of a warm hand, a caring voice on the phone, and the knock on the door of a neighbor just checking to make sure all was well. Whatever it took, we were fearless in our determination to meet the challenges of this moment. We also worked tirelessly to mitigate the damage done to our economy from COVID-19 related shutdowns. Despite the calls to retreat, we maintained our commitment to working families through an increase in the minimum wage to $14 per hour, and our unwavering support for the Fair Week Ordinance. We passed an anti-retaliation ordinance to make sure that workers who followed the public health guidance, stayed home when they were sick, would not be punished by employers or lose their jobs. We highlighted the plight of care workers through our campaign that your home is someone's workplace. Despite the pandemic, we still forged ahead on our signature economic program, Invest Southwest, by making $70 million in investments, which brought another $300 million in private and philanthropic investments. The proof of these investments can be seen rising in historic Bronzeville, at the Grove development, which is a $9 million affordable housing development anchored by Black-owned retailers. Or the Ogden Commons development in North Lawndale on the west side, which is a $7 million city investment in a larger plan to bring jobs, retail, and new residential units to life in that area of our city. Or $4 million in investment in Inglewood in partnership with the VOA Veterans Village, which has created 36 units of affordable housing for veteran families, and much more to come. And while we could not save every business or every job, we still worked our tails off to build an infrastructure to save over 8,800 Chicago jobs and saved over 6,100 businesses. We provided $116 million total in small business support through a mix of loans and grants. We specifically focused on businesses that would not benefit from the federal government assistance, the small, micro businesses, or the unbanked. In this work, we created the largest city-run small business resiliency fund in the United States, tripled the small business lending in 1 year, and these funds, again, were distributed with an intentional focus on equity. 63% to low, moderate income areas, 44% to Black and Latinx-owned businesses, and 47% women-owned businesses. And we provided hundreds of hours of training and technical assistance to businesses to help them adapt to the changes that COVID-19 posed for them and their employees. And we closed off streets, alleys, and parking lots for outdoor dining, and challenged ourselves to envision what winter dining would look like, even when temperatures dipped and the winds off Lake Michigan normally drove us inside. We also continued our work on fines and fees reforms by giving a pathway to eliminate millions of dollars in debt from water and sewer bills through reasonable repayment plans. We got ComEd and the People's Gas to agree that no Chicago resident would be cut off from service this winter at a vital time when those utilities were needed most. We continue to chip away at our affordable housing crisis by financing development of nearly $300 million in new preserved affordable housing, creating 861 units. We use CARES Act funding to provide support for renters and landlords, and even provided funds for legal assistance to those in need in housing courts. And in the middle of all of this, after decades of futility, we finally won the right to build a Chicago casino, which will employ thousands of Chicagoans during the construction and operation, all while shoring up our police and fire pensions. And folks, we paved almost 150 miles of streets and alleys, filled 322,000 potholes, added 250 blocks of new streetlights, and planted over 1,600 new trees. We kept the engine of city government running so that we could deliver for you, in spite of and because of this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, enacting real change that will improve people's lives today and tomorrow. We were determined to continue the day one mission of this administration, to shake off the status quo and create a more equitable future for everyone in our city. We never wavered. Our North Star from the beginning and throughout our response to this pandemic has been clear, and it will continue to guide our recovery. In the coming months, my administration is committed to even more bold actions to help individuals and families in Chicago recover from this crisis. We will make sure that Chicagoans truly benefit from the relief in the American Rescue Plan, including accessing more essential housing, food, and utility assistance in the coming months. And starting this spring, as part of our long-term capital plan, we will be putting Chicagoans back to work by hiring construction workers for good-paying union jobs to rebuild our aging infrastructure all over Chicago. We have already announced new supports for women and minority-owned businesses to create fair contracting opportunities, improve prompt payments, and provide access to working capital. And I will take action to provide much-needed additional relief to small businesses in the city to reduce red tape and accelerate their recovery. All at the same time, I'll reveal a new suite of protections for workers, particularly low-wage workers who have been hardest hit during this pandemic. And we will, because we must, continue to invest in our young people, many of whom have been out of work or have foregone college enrollment. We will connect them to career pathways and social emotional supports. We will continue to expand community-level resources for mental health and wellness. You know this. This crisis has been devastating for mental and emotional well-being of people at all stages of life, from children to our seniors who have felt isolated and alone. We must reach out and support them. And we will invest in the success of industries with a high potential for growth, from community health and life sciences to manufacturing, tech, transportation and logistics, hospitality and tourism, and yes, the arts and culture. Our mission is to ensure that Chicagoans from every neighborhood have access to good jobs in these and other growing industries and beyond. We will build on our administration's commitment to equitable economic development through new projects and partnerships in Invest Southwest neighborhoods. We will chart a path to recovery, hand in hand with leaders in our corporate and philanthropic sectors, many of whom have already made a bold commitment to Chicago's equitable recovery by investing in the Chicago Community Trust Together Rise Fund. And we will continue to work arm in arm with our brothers and sisters in organized labor, because a strong recovery requires us to keep strengthening workers and their families. And together, we will plan for a better future for Chicago through virtual and in-person events throughout this year to inform a bold, forward-looking, citywide plan for a more equitable and resilient Chicago for generations to come. Our inequities as a city are rooted in race, class, and gender. And thus our recovery must face this reality and make investments to address and not shy away from these realities. And Chicagoans of all races, men and women, are now in greater poverty, greater economic hardship than a year ago. Our recovery must support them. And if we do not face these brutal truths, we will not succeed as a city. As your mayor, I made a pledge to you, which I am determined to fulfill, that no longer in this great city will zip code determine destiny. The success of our recovery will not just be measured by the size of the busy downtown crowds or our GDP, but how quickly residents who have been hit the hardest are able to get back on their feet and move forward with confidence. How small businesses can thrive again in our neighborhoods. And whether or not every child in every neighborhood gets quality career and educational opportunities, which are the essential building blocks of a successful life. These and other signs must be our measuring sticks. Simply put, we must keep asking whether we have made progress in unleashing the talent and potential of our people so that all of us can live healthy lives full of meaning and purpose, free from fear, today or tomorrow. A crisis of this scale and magnitude has changed Chicago and our country in profound ways. It has reminded us that we have the courage to change, the will to work together, and the power in our hands to take control of our own destiny. A great fire once forced us to change the way we build. And from the ashes, we built a great modern Mecca. But it took years for laborers to gain a living wage and safe working conditions, and for immigrant communities and people of color to share in the city's splendor. A Great Depression forced us to change the way our economy works, and we built a social safety net and the greatest middle class the world ever knew. But decades later, we are still fighting for all of our people to receive a decent share of the prosperity and the full rights of citizenship. This great pandemic has forced a reckoning with the inequalities and inadequacies of our time. Now, we have not blinked nor shrank from the challenges that the moment demanded. And like generations before, we must continue to bring others along with us on this journey toward the next chapter in our shared destiny. We simply cannot afford to leave anyone behind. Now, you know that I'm a sports fan, so let me leave you with this quote from the greatest, Muhammad Ali, who once said, "You don't lose if you get knocked down. You only lose if you stay down." So let's stand up together, Chicago. It's time for us to rise together and build a better, more equitable, and inclusive city. Keep following the public health guidance. Stay masked up and get vaxxed. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless the great city of Chicago.
1 year since the coronavirus pandemic shut down Chicago, the mayor honoring those who lost their lives to this deadly virus and heavily touting city programs that have helped those in critical need, Anthony.
Certainly a much different tone than at this time last year, as Mayor Lightfoot looked forward to the future, promising Chicagoans relief and assistance in this recovery. And we have much more news.